Hey there, Brian Gilbert, Hilltown Anglers. It's April 5th, about 8:30 in the morning. Pipe Brook Dam's running 1400 CFS, and I'm going to take a few minutes here to make an informational video on wade fishing the upper Deerfield in high water. It's a pretty common question I get asked regular, if you can safely and effectively fish the pipe stretch above 130 CFS. And I'm here to tell you most certainly can, and I hope this video is helpful. All right. First thing I'm going to go over real quick here is equipment. This morning I'm fishing my Diamondback Ideal Nymph 1010 4-weight. It's set up with a Cortland .022 level line, about 20 feet of 15-pound Maxima Chameleon to a few feet of 12-pound Amnesia cider material, down to 4X and then 5X fluorocarbon tippet. And I'm running an indicator. I chose this because it allows me to get long, clean drifts at a decent range, effectively and efficiently, and keeps me from having to deal with conflicting water between myself and where I'm trying to fish. I'm going to start out close and then slowly work this out away from me here. This rod also, being the 4-weight, has enough spine to set the hook when running deep indicator rigs. Pull that away from that rock there. Try to get the next one out just a little further here. But more importantly, let's talk about safety for a few minutes. One thing I recommend to those that are coming out on their own that have not fished the area or are unfamiliar with certain areas, come out, try to fish in low water. And when you're expecting a release, step back, get yourself someplace safe, and watch the water come up. You're going to learn some spots you might have been able to stay in, other spots you're going to find out you most certainly would not have been able to. But you're also going to learn that some areas are actually going to get a little better from the bank or close to, and most certainly fishable. Let that one drift a little more. As you can see this morning, I'm about thigh deep in water. I'm not struggling at all. I'm very comfortable. It's comfortable getting here. I know I can comfortably get out behind me. Pipe Dam is running right about 1400 CFS, give or take. It kind of goes up and down a little bit through the course of the day typically. But it was right about 1400 when I came out here and started this morning. I am wearing my micro spikes. More so for getting to and from the river. But I leave them on even when I'm fishing in the river. It's just an extra source of traction. It is the best traction I've found. You want to be somewhat cautious navigating, as they are metal and they can make noise if you're not careful about it. But aside from that, again, really comfortable, easy fishing. And there is a great number of places where you can still effectively and safely fish high water. There's areas where you can still effectively and safely fish all the way up to 2,000, 2,500 CFS. Again, a lot of the spots closer to the banks just get better. Just need to take the time and learn them. Or if you're really unsure, not confident, come out for a wade trip. I can most certainly get you dialed in and on some fish in high water. These fish are undoubtedly being a little tight-lipped this morning. Typical spring conditions, on and off. We had the snowstorm come in. And leading up to it, it was great. But it tapered off yesterday afternoon. The sun has been popping in and out this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if we're doing a little bit of high pressure. Some wind picking up. They're not overly willing at the moment. But I'd like to think we'd get into one somewhere here. Regardless, you can most certainly come out and fish in high water, which is what we're here to do and doing this morning. We'll let this one run a little longer, then I'm going to slide up just a few feet. We'll let that swing around real good. There we go. See what we can do here. Come on, fish. One thing with fishing this rig, it is pretty important when you throw it out there to make sure those flies stretch out and away from the indicator or above, preferably above. That way as they're dropping, they're staying connected. If something eats it on the drop, you're gonna know it. What happens if it lands below is you're not connected. Fish could eat it and you don't know, but more so the bugs tend to drop, hit the bottom, and by the time the indicator comes over, they are stuck on the bottom and you end up snagged. Therefore, not being efficient. There we go. Just at the end of that drift. Let's see what we got here. Looks like a nice rainbow. Beautiful colors on it. Beautiful. All right.